Hello, welcome to a special edition genetics report in our Dragon Tales land here. Brought to you by some great investigative journalism by Professor Hollig. We know that these three different types of tumors and what genes are kind of correlated with this. So let's start off here with our different type of tumors if you don't know. So our benign tumors are typically associated with tumors that stay in one place and don't tend to spread. So they're technically non-cancerous tumors. And then these can turn into malignant tumors due to more mutations. And malignant tumors are tumors that are in that area and can actually spread to other tissues within that area. So these are considered cancerous. So every cascade here is getting essentially worse in terms of what type of tumor. And then the worst is metastatic, where it can spread to different parts of the body and can actually form like secondary tumor sites. And those are the worst type of cancers. Or tumors, rather. To start off here, let's start talking about our genes here. So if we look at gene X, we can see that in each different type of tumor, both of the alleles are mutated. So with that knowledge and having it be both in all of them, we can presume that X is a tumor suppressor gene, typically involved with suppressing those cells that want to rapidly divide and actually form those tumors. So we need both copies mutated. So if only one copy is mutated, it can still function properly. But if we break down both of these, that's when we get not happy face dinosaur, or dragon, excuse me. Then if we look at gene Y here, in our benign, Y and Z are both normal. But in malignant, that next stage, one allele of Y is mutated. Since only one allele is mutated and something changed for the worse, we can assume the Y equals a proto-oncogene here. And when it mutates, it becomes an oncogene, actually. So with these, you only need one mutation, which is why we can determine that from just one being mutated. And these proto-oncogenes typically in charge of like that daily life of the cell. So I kind of like to think of them as a car. Again, pardon my art. And then when it gets mutated, it's kind of like a car, but with no brakes, and will just rapidly divide until it reaches this unfortunate kind of wall here. And then looking at gene Z, Z is only mutated in our metastatic, or that final worst stage of our tumor and our cancer here. So since only one allele is mutated again, I'm assuming, or I'm going to guess that it's a proto-oncogene as well. But I think it controls something different than Y, since this led to something worse. I think it may have something to do with angiogenesis, which is those blood vessels. I think it may uptake that production of those blood vessels, which is why it spreads.